Woo, man, got a high energy show for you today. Had a blast talking to my buddy Dave. We met over a year ago at the gym, started talking shit to one another. Been buddies ever since. Welcome to Walt's Kitchen Table, where I feature captivating stories from fascinating people. Dave's from, and his family's from Jamaica, so we touch a lot about that, which is I find very interesting. And of course, talking about Jamaica, we talk about the marijuana business. Other things we talk about, driving on the other side of the road, mud runs, football, and legacy, and what that means. Let's get to it. But now I'm recording, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can fucking hear you. So whatever you say now is going to be all over the internet.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
man. Like
nice.
everything isn't already.
Well, that's true. We were just talking about that with Dave, how fucking everybody's all over the internet, and it's a highlight reel.
Yeah.
It's not fucking life, dude.
Yeah, it's
You
all
know?
it's all bloopers or success. Bloopers or success.
That's
Nobody has the middle ground.
Holy shit, I never even thought about it that way. I always just looked at the highlight, the success, like, hey, this is me. Oh, fuck, dude, the bloopers, man. I never even thought
Put
of
it
that.
this
the
way.
bloopers.
You remember that blooper I posted where I jumped?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
nobody saw my success. Everybody saw my bloopers. And they only wanted to see the bloopers. My blooper had like 100
They'd love to
views.
see you fail, dude.
Yeah. That's how it
No
goes.
shit. Put a set of titties or a failure on there and you'll get a bunch of likes.
Exactly, man, and that's the way the longevity. See, Hugh Hefner had it right. Hugh Hefner had it right. Put a person that doesn't belong in a situation and make them feel comfortable, and everybody will stare. And that's
No
how
shit,
it
that was
goes.
a Hugh Hefner quote?
No, that's how he lived his life. Look at it. He's
Oh,
an old
dude.
dude with bunnies. Everybody
Yeah,
looks at him
you
because
gotta
he's
you gotta love that, dude. We were talking about him on another show, another one of these shows, my podcast.
Yeah.
And there was a docudrama about him, and I think it was HBO. Fucking phenomenal.
Where?
And it was more about Hugh Hefner, not about Playboy.
Okay.
But
Interesting.
And it was from when he was fucking like 8 years old till it was.
So-
Fuck, dude, I can't remember. I gotta look it up. I can't remember what it was
So
called.
what did they title this? The Metamorphosis of a Pimp?
Well, it's a straight up fucking pimp, dude. Holy
Word.
shit.
What
That is a definition of a pimp, isn't it?
Exactly, man. Do whatever the hell you like to, you feel me? And that is the main goal right there. Metamorphosis of the pimp right there.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But
All right,
speaking
dude.
of these goals, man, I got to tell you this. So I went food shopping yesterday, right?
Okay.
So like when you go food shopping, you have to see the people behind you and in front of you is what they have in their cart, right?
Of course. In the checkout or just in general?
In general and in the checkout too.
Yeah.
So, we're trying to be healthy, right? We're trying to eat the right things. Tell me why somebody spends the exact same money I spend on all frozen foods, man. I mean,
Everything was frozen?
Everything was frozen.
That's a lifestyle, bro.
Everything was frozen.
Okay, but you got to describe the person that was buying that.
All right, so people, so you got at least a 300-pound
Uh-oh.
girl. You got at least a 300-pound girl, and she's dating the 120 guy. If you
Some
know what
guys-
I'm saying.
Some guys like that, man.
I mean, do they like the sodium or do they like the love? That's the question right there, man.
Well, I don't think you can get one without the other at that point.
Exactly. man.
Right. Hey, I had a good buddy of mine back in Colorado. If he was 115 pounds soaking fucking wet,
Yeah.
he was 100. He was just tiny little dude. And then can you shut that off? Yeah. So don't keep going off. And he's like, if they're not 2 1/4, I don't want to even come near them. And a sloppy 2 1/4.
Oh, God.
Not like because you and I are over 200 pounds easy.
Yeah.
And we're far from sloppy, but he's like, yeah, man. When I grab him and it jiggles all over and the roll goes all the way up, he goes, that's good shit. And I'm
Oh,
like, holy
God.
fuck, dude.
So
hey, whatever, man. If that's fucking cool to you.
So he bought the bed and he's just looking for the comforter, basically.
Oh my God. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how that goes right there.
Oh, my God,
Trying to stay
dude.
warm in the wintertime.
All right, so this reminds me of one of my favoriteest fucking jokes from a comedian of mine, a comedian that I like. He goes, man, I took this big girl home, big girl. She lay down on it. He goes, he's all drunk, and he says, she laid down on the bed and she whipped the comforter off her and says, get after it. He goes, man, I fucked the shit out of that comforter.
Oh, man.
Fucked up. So what about you, man? So we met at the gym. What? Fuck, a couple of years ago? No,
Yeah,
how long
man.
is it?
About almost exactly a year ago, man.
Is it?
Time flies like crazy, bro.
You tried talking shit to me, and
And
I
you
threw
talked this shit
threw
back.
right back at, dude. I don't play that, man. Don't come to me talking shit. I
Hey,
can
bro.
handle my own in the gym. So
If it, as the monkey say, if it's shit, it deserves to be slinged. You know,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Not gonna sit here with it in my hand.
yeah, exactly. So, but with you, you're from Jamaica.
Yeah,
No,
man.
were you born and raised
Nah,
in Jamaica?
man. So
okay.
I'm as what most Jamaicans would call a Jamaican. All right, don't get me shot in my country, okay? I'm a halfie. All right, so my
a
whole
transplant.
family, whole family Jamaican, but I was born here. My father born here, but my mom was born there.
Okay,
So if you
cool.
ever want to see some real rampant, you go and see my mom. She'll like the blaze to the fire, like it's not tomorrow. And that's how it
awesome,
goes.
dude. And you just went down recently, right? See some family?
Yeah, man.
You like it down there?
It's amazing, man. The only thing I'll say with Jamaica is not a lot of movement, you know? That's why everybody transitions to America. We got it kind of good here, you know? We have the ability to go over opportunities. A lot of people in different places just feel stuck.
Okay,
Out here, you
okay.
got to go for it. And if you don't, that's your fault. And
So
being
you're saying
Jamaican-
that the opportunities in Jamaica are limited,
Yes.
as in professionally, personally, everything. Like what?
I would say in everything, because let's put it this way. Like, let's say, because one of my things I was looking at is, you know, I make pretty well money in America. Let's say I go back to Jamaica and I want to start a farm and I can get my family to run the farm. The moment that I leave and they decide to hire some new worker, that worker would kill my family. And the main
And take
reason-
over the farm? And
No,
do
no,
all-
no, not take over the farm. Just kill the family because he's jealous and take the money. They wouldn't do anything with the farm. That's how
No
Jamaica
sh-
goes.
No shit.
Yes, there's a lot of farmland. You could imagine we get a lot of imports from Jamaica, but nobody wants to take care of it. They'd rather just get the money.
So, well, the classic scenario: get rich but not do any work.
Exactly.
And
you know
that
that's-
doesn't happen, as you know.
Exactly. That's where the Bible comes in. You try to teach a man to fish, but the man doesn't want to fish. He
Right.
wants your boat.
Yeah. So what stuff? So what does your family do down there?
So my family over there, believe it or not,
over there.
over there they do a lot of I'll say smaller jobs. They have a lot of taxi. A lot of things that came over there, a lot of money you see given to my family in Jamaica comes from my family over here. My mom made it well off as a doctor here, so she gives a lot back. Now, with that being said, this is where I kind of draw the line as far as, you know, what goes on in life, because I have a lot of family that goes over here and reaps the benefits, you know, of, you know, the freedom and the tax-free
So
and
you're
things
saying
like
that
that.
your family comes over here and reaps the benefits?
Yes, sir. It's kind of crazy.
What, like when you say taxes, though, like what do you mean by that?
Like, let's put it this way. I have family in Maine. He goes to Maine and he works at a strawberry farm, right? First off, nobody in Maine wants to work the strawberry farm, so we have Jamaicans over there in Maine working the strawberry farm. They're getting paid $16 an hour, which is double minimum wage, if I'm pretty correct.
This close, yeah.
And, you know, they're not paying any taxes whatsoever.
No
All their
shit.
money is theirs.
So why aren't they paying taxes though?
Because the person that's charging them isn't allowed to have them.
Oh, okay. So it's the
So-
same. So it's you're talking like immigrants, like same scenarios like from Mexico and stuff like that, to where they're an illegal immigrant,
Exactly.
so they're getting paid for it. Yeah. Okay.
So
I
if
see
you look
that.
into this though from a different standpoint, it doesn't fall onto that much of that person's side. Is what can these corporations really get away with?
yeah,
And
absolutely.
what can they do?
They're exploiting it. That's a right,
Yeah, well,
right.
we're about money.
Everybody's
If we
about
chase
money, dude.
Yeah.
Everybody's about sex and money, bro.
Yeah.
Sex and money.
So who's to say what is wrong if the dollar bill funds it?
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's
so
one thing we really got to look at.
what's the big? Is it obviously Jamaica? There's a huge tourist
Oh yeah,
economy, right?
without a doubt.
So is it like all aspects down there? Do you know people that like benefit from the tourists? Like they work in the hotel industry, taxi drivers, like
Now I'll say it exactly this: the only way you make it in Jamaica is to get out of Jamaica, and that's the saddest thing and the most hilarious.
you
thing.
love the country, but don't fucking stay there, right?
Exactly.
Oh,
And
no
that's how it
shit.
goes. You visit maybe 3 to 6 months out of the year, but if you stay too long, you come back here. You know, what they like to do is, let's say you take it from the hospitality standpoint, you do it to the tourism. they're not doing tourism to stay as tourism in Jamaica. They want to branch out to tourism in the Bahamas, tourism elsewhere, so they can actually make more money and then send that money back to Jamaica so that they can
Okay,
better
I
off
see
their
that.
family.
Yep.
Now, what happens in Jamaica is we have second, third generations of things that go on like this. So a lot of these people get used to this money coming in.
Right,
Like
right.
I say, I have a grandfather that owns a whole lot section in a slums in Jamaica called Waterhouse. Now, I have 2 generations of family living off of him. And that's preposterous.
Okay, so when you say they're living off him, he's sending money.
He's sending money. He built the land. He made his money in America and bought all the house and all the lands for his family in Jamaica, and they just don't work.
Oh man, how can you? See, I'm not built.
It
I
happens because you
think-
get used to it.
Well,
It's
no,
a
I agree.
camaraderie.
Yeah, I agree. But I think that, my opinion, humans need structure and to move and to do something,
Yeah.
to feel.
Well, my whole thing is by any animal nature, we have a survival instinct. And the fact that humans have been gotten so comfortable that we ignore our survival instinct
All done.
is laughable.
Yeah.
We're close to extinction. It's like the dodo birds when every time they tried to jump into the volcanoes or those little marsupials that would jump off of the bridge. Like,
Yeah.
you're leading yourself in a one-way direction.
Yeah, no, I mean humans and we're self-destructive.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I agree with you on that.
So let me
No
ask you.
shit.
Remember that theory, Charles Darwin, survival of the fittest?
The what?
Survival of the fittest, where basically the weakest would die out,
Of course,
and
sure.
the strongest would survive.
Yeah.
So I basically believe that we're heading into a complete shift of that happening. If you look at everything in the world that's going on, we're shifting to where the intrinsically strong, the people that really know how to survive, that really know how to make it into this world, are going to be what's left. And then if not, then the rest will eventually be weeded out.
So, like, you don't believe in the meek will inherit the earth?
No, I do not believe in that. Where has that been proven?
Well, you're right. It's like, where does that even fucking come from, right? I mean, everything you could go past humans and look at just fucking nature in general. That doesn't happen anywhere. It's the strong survives, dude. That's just fucking the way it is.
Yeah, and if the weak did survive, we'd be desolate
Yeah, I was just
within a
gonna
matter
say,
of
right,
years.
yeah.
They don't know how to survive.
But with how does this? Let me see if I can say this right. We're the first species in history to be the first to manipulate our environment. That's why the meek will inherit the earth, because we can manipulate the environment. A whale can't manipulate the environment. A grizzly bear can't manipulate the environment. So the strong survives.
I'll add one thing to that though, but we can manipulate the environment, but not for us. We can manipulate for our benefit, but everything that we do that manipulates it harms something else. Now,
I agree 100%.
Now, when it comes to the whale manipulating, the whale can manipulate its environment, but it doesn't do any benefit for it. Like, let's say how many whales get beached? They actually end up beached onto the sand. They tried to manipulate where they were, and they learned the lesson that that's not the lane that they're supposed to be in.
Yep. Okay.
As humans, we just keep trying to force this lane. Like I'm telling you, there's going to be a reaction of either Mother Nature, ourselves, or something. And if you look at all the theories and all the movies that have been made in the past 10, 15 years.
There's going to be some kind of apocalypse.
Something's happening.
Something's going to happen. Absolutely.
And we're just going to have to set in stone, and that's where the strong will have to come into the picture.
And I just talked about this on another episode where I believe that, and it probably won't happen in my lifetime, or our lifetime, we're about the same age,
right?
Is our society is going to end up in one of two ways. You ever see Blade Runner?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever seen the movie The Postman with Kevin Costner?
No, I haven't.
And it's okay. So a quick, just super easy recap is we're basically in 1800, and everybody lives in hamlets and little communities, and everybody survives. You know, there's no electricity, there's no computers, there's no nothing. Right? I believe that eventually we're either going to end up like Blade Runner or The Postman, to where our humanity in itself is shot back into the Stone Age, or technology is going to be super fucking involved
Now, I love your view of that, but I'll meet you with a middle point. Have you ever
all right.
seen the movie Idiocracy?
The other guy fucking brought that up too.
Yes.
But
yes.
that's why I'm saying we can manipulate our environment to benefit to where somebody's not that smart or strong can survive because we have technology or.
But look
something
at how
that
much the middleman has been overlooked already. It's either you're very smart or you're very stupid, and you're either condemned or you're either praised for it. The middleman is
but you're either condemned or praised if you're smart or an idiot.
Yeah, but not the
Depending on
middle.
what you're
The
talking.
middleman is even. What I mean by that is the middleman is even, so he gets nothing. He gets no responsibility.
Right.
And because of that, he's the easiest to weed out. So what I'm saying is that if the world is going to shift, it's either going to shift exactly for the strongest, or the weakest are going to survive. It's either going to be that way. The middle is going to be evaporated.
Yeah, no, I totally
Yeah.
agree. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
And
yeah,
that's-
either it's going to be a 180. Either you're going to be fucking idiocracy, or you're going to be on the other end of that, right? There's not
Yeah.
going to be a middle ground. I agree with that.
And they're going to get rid. And if there is a middle ground, that middle ground is going to be so under controlled by which everyone is apart that they're not going to realize that they're the middle ground. And that's what happens a lot. Like, you ever see the people here? Like, I know you've seen a lot of Ferraris or Corvettes, and given that we're in nice areas or things like that. But come on now, you can even do like 45 on the streets. What is the
but that's
purpose of having that
No,
Corvette?
that's to see how big your fucking
Yeah.
see how big your dick is, dude. But the other thing too is we could go even deeper into that to where that guy might have, or lady, whoever's driving that Corvette or Ferrari, they might just have a passion for fucking owning a nice car.
True.
They might not want to go fucking 120 miles an hour. They just love a Ferrari. They love the way it looks. They love the way it smells. They love the way, and they can afford it, or they can't. But that's on them. But they just, and they might not be showing it off. They just might be, this is what I enjoy, and I'm going to drive it. Right? So you got to look at it that way.
I look at it that way too.
Or you can look at it, the guy's like, hey man, look at what I got. Why don't you come suck my dick?
Yeah.
Because it's only as big as my fucking first knuckle.
And that's how it goes. But the whole thing about it too is the imagery. Now I get how we always go through like what people, we don't really want to care what people say. But when you walk around or you drive around with a Ferrari,
everybody wants to fucking care what everybody says.
Yeah.
But going back to the conversation we had earlier today, nobody fucking cares, dude.
exactly.
Nobody fucking cares
But
about
at the
you.
end of the day, when somebody sees you with a Ferrari, it makes them kind of want to, because it's like, what are you doing? Especially when you're in an area that you're not supposed to be with a Ferrari.
That's okay. I could see that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You drive through a whole bunch of Toyota Avalons, Honda Accords, and you pull up in this Ferrari.
it's going to get attention.
Without a
Either
doubt.
way, negative or positive, but it's still attention.
Exactly.
Right? Okay. I could see that point.
And a lot of it is because basically you're in a situation where you've gone way beyond your means.
Most of the time, that's a situation. Every once in a while, you have somebody that saved up for 15 years,
Yeah.
worked hard and bought the fucking thing, and they're driving around because they earned it.
But the thing is, that person's not driving it on the same streets that they do. I guarantee you this. You can even say the same. This goes for even the Harley drivers. You buy that Harley, you're not driving it on the streets the way you would have driven your regular one. You're taking that Harley on an all country trip. You're not gonna just take it onto the regular streets. That Harley was for a reason.
There's reason. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And the same, okay. Because if they busted their ass for 15 years to buy that thing with cash, they look at it differently. I appreciate it. We could go on a different subject than that. But they have a different look or a different value of that vehicle.
Yes.
Than if they just went and the bank gave them a fucking loan and they pay $800 a month for that thing.
Yeah.
They don't. You take one person that got a loan, one person that earned it, saved up because that they just truly love a fucking Ferrari and they want to buy it. Those two people look at that car completely different.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, like you could take the Harley, right? I mean, same thing. A guy that just fucking can't really afford it, but has the bank give it to him. He's going to ride that thing totally different than the fucking guy that saved up and bought it.
Exactly. Some people look for reactions, and life is all about reactions and building up to that. Now, speaking of reactions, I just got to bring this up. Have you ever seen the ones on Facebook where the guy will try to get the girl And like he'll be dressed all like disheveled and everything, and then like the girl will say no, and then he pulls up right next to her again with like a Ferrari. And then
And then he's like, "Fuck you, bitch." Yeah.
And she's like dying to get into the car.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
things like that. It's just funny how the world works.
the thing is though, it's like money. Money gives you options.
Yes.
Okay. So having that car or having that, depending on what you're looking for, that's going to give you options. To where if you pull up in a 2002 Honda Accord, you're not going to have the same options if you pull up in a brand new Ferrari.
So let me ask you: is it fake it till you make it? This is a serious question. This is one of those big ones.
God, dude, that's like fucking why are we here questions.
I mean, because I'm one of those persons. So I've been because I work out with one of these other girls, and she's like she really holds herself highly, and a lot of her dreams. I don't mean to shoot them down, but she's talking about like wanting a Ferrari now, and you're working a minimum wage. I'm a realist. That doesn't seem to add up. But at the same standpoint, it's also more like, what would that do for me in this situation right now?
That point, right. So if you're, okay, so that's going back to how you look at something of value and if you earned it, right? Okay, let's use fitness as an example.
All right.
Okay, so if you're 260 pounds and it's a sloppy 260, and in 4 days you could be fucking 210 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal, are you going to have the same value of that? Or if it took you 15 months of busting your ass to earn that, how are you going to look at that? Do you see where I'm going with that?
Oh yeah, you got to earn it.
Right. So
That's the whole thing,
take your friend. She's making minimum wage and she wants a Ferrari. Cool, great, dude. You have a goal, work at it, whatever. If all of a sudden she got that fucking Ferrari today, is she going to really value that Ferrari?
No,
Because she didn't fucking earn it.
that's the whole purpose.
Right. So
know?
the fake it till you make it, I look at it different because just like everybody else in their life, you're put in a situation to where you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
Right? I look at more of a command presence, use a military term, command presence, or just fucking own it.
Yeah.
Right? So if you walk in, like just right now, dude, you've never done this before.
No,
you
not
came
at
in.
all.
You came in here, sat down, we start fucking jamming. Right?
Yeah, this is
Are
a
you
regular
faking it?
conversation for us.
Are you faking it till you make it?
I don't know, man. That's what we do.
Right? So, no, it's the same thing, dude. What happens if tomorrow you went to a situation at a job? Say tomorrow today somebody said, I can hire you for this job. Fuck, dude, I don't even know. You have no idea what you're doing. But they said, we're going to pay you this. And you're like, you have the confidence in yourself to say, you know what? I can fucking do it. But in the back of your mind, you're like, I might fuck it up a little bit, but I'm going to still do it. And I'm going to learn. My learning curve is sharp enough that it won't take me long to fucking own it.
Right.
So the whole fake it till you make it, I don't know, man. We could talk about that for a long time.
Because I have broken reviews of that too. Because I'm one person that had to fake it till I make it in certain aspects of my life.
I think everybody's been in that situation, right?
Definitely.
Because you want to get to a certain point, but you have no idea how to fucking get there.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of just having the confidence just to fucking start, dude. Just fucking go. You're
Without
gonna
a
fuck
doubt.
up, dude. You're gonna fail. When the whole classic fucking sayings, we've all heard them. They're all cliche. When you fall down, you fucking get back up and you keep going.
And you know the other saying too, fail fast and fail early. That's one thing that I learned too. Right?
Absolutely.
If you're gonna fail, you better fail early. Don't wait to failure. You want to make sure that you learn from it, and make sure you make all of the methods behind it.
Well, I think failure is a bigger teacher than success will ever be.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think anybody will ever argue that point.
Yeah, people got to get used to actually failing before they can succeed.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a character builder for sure.
Rites of passage.
Right. Yeah.
How many times have you failed, man?
Well, here you go. Perfect fake it till you make it. You've never done a Tough Mudder before, and we're going to do one in what?
Oh,
a
hey,
week?
well, that's first off.
Well,
we're not just going to do it, guys. I'm just letting you know right now. We're going to do first place. Like right here. They don't know what they got themselves into. And just so you see, I'm Usain Bolting.
I think we'll have run it by the time this podcast comes out.
Oh, yeah.
Because it'll be a little while before this episode comes out. But Though, like the first time I did, I'm like, oh fuck, what the fuck? You just get in it, dude. But I think that's why you and I are friends the way we are, because we have the same attitude. Just fucking tackle. If I want to do something, I just go fucking do it. Like starting this podcast, people are like, "Did you take a class? Did you do this? Did you?" Fuck no, dude. I got a fucking microphone and I started spitting in it.
Hell yeah,
The first
bro.
couple episodes are horrible, but I leave them up there because when I listen to them, I'm like, "That was cool, man." You know what? Because I had the fucking balls enough just to start.
Yes, it's staying true to you. It's staying true. One thing I've always admired about you, bro, is you stay true to you.
Yeah, thanks.
Like
man.
that's
Thanks,
not
dude.
easy to do in this world, especially like I can tell for myself. People pull you side to side. I want you this. I want you to do that. In this life, you only have one life. You're only you.
Own it.
You got to be you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. Yeah, don't drink the Kool-Aid, man. Just stay true to you, man.
Exactly.
You know?
And if you're gonna drink the
Absolutely.
Kool-Aid, spike it to your liking. You know how it goes. Shit.
So, how often do you get down to Jamaica?
Oh man, so the saddest thing about everything is the last time I went to Jamaica was this past September, and I hadn't been there since I was 13.
Oh, that's
So
right. You were telling me about that.
That's
Yeah.
about 12 years.
So you had a lot of stuff to pull in when you were down there.
Oh man, so many family members. Now on a sadder note, I RIP, rest in peace, my Aunt Curry. She passed away this February. Now the thing about it is that if I had missed that trip, she would have not have seen me since I was 13.
Or you see her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
And the thing with it is that she has dementia. So if you could visualize this, I went to go see this woman. I introduced who I am, and she has this, look of perplexity on her face.
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, basically. And then like one of my other cousins tapped her, and that's Nicholas, and her face just lights up. I swear, man, that made life
Good
worth
for-
living.
The whole trip worth it right there.
Exactly.
Yeah, good for you,
Anything else
dude.
could have happened. I was glad I got that done, and then even more so now, seeing how things laid out in the future.
Now, are you don't have any plans to like go, like, because you said the best thing to do is leave there, right? So
Well-
it's a good place to visit, but not to stay.
That's the thing. So, like I said, it's a very heartfelt motion with me in Jamaica because right now,
That's
as
why I
said,
keep asking you, because it's like you
That's
got
it.
that connection. So
Yeah.
it's like for me, I'd be like, that's cool, but I don't know.
Because with me, my goal right now is I'm going to make as much as I can and get as much job opportunities as I can here in America to bring my people over. Because I know that threshold does hold you back in Jamaica. Now, with that being said, though, it has to be something that can guarantee these people longevity, something that would make sure that they feel like they're not just going to do something that I say and something that actually helps them believe into them. So it's going to take a great deal of money. So
Yeah,
basically,
yeah.
the whole goal here now is to, pull a Buju Banton, and that's make a lot of money. Hopefully stay out of trouble and give back to the country to the point where they finally realize me.
Yeah, nice.
Buju Banton is a great Jamaican reggae artist. He
I was going to ask you because when you said that, I was like, all right, well, as soon as he stops talking, I got to ask you what the hell that was.
No, it's good. It's good. Now, the
Yeah,
reason
yeah.
why I bring up Buju is because Buju just got out of prison. Now, Buju was in prison for years. The reason why he was in prison, he sold drugs in Jamaica and everything. Everybody knew he sold drugs in Jamaica. The second that he goes out and he finally tries to sell drugs in a different country, they get him out there. Every song, he's like, I'm out there. Everybody knew.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
second that he wants to cross the line, and they get him for years, man.
Oh, yeah,
And it's not to the
sure.
point where he doesn't put out music. They still allow you to put out music. But it's,
Oh.
yeah, we still put out music.
Oh, that's cool.
It's
Well,
cool,
in a
but
way.
in a way, you
Yeah.
know, like you're in a jail cell, you're trying to get up to it, and they're like, "Oh no, man, make the song," and you're like, "I don't want nothing to sing about it," so, but it's good to like have them back out there. So that Buju Manton mentality, no matter what, even if it takes you down, that money will lead your family out of whatever struggle it is, because that's what he did.
Something bigger than you.
Exactly, that has to be. If it's
Shit, I wish more people would think that.
well, that's the issue with the world today, and that's why. Oh, that's not even an issue because there's going to be people that think small, and that's why they deserve to be crushed by the people that think big.
bigger. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but the other thing too is like we were talking about legacy and as much as you can go positive and negative to it, but when somebody asks for a good example of true legacy,
Yes.
fucking Walt Disney.
Mm.
Think about now. You can.
Ah,
But the thing is, though, you have to look at volume on that.
okay.
Who else can you imagine that has affected, and affects that many people every fucking day?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Dr. Seuss.
Nope.
Dr.
I'm going to argue
Seuss.
with that.
You
Nowhere near the fucking amount. I agree. I'm a huge Dr. Seuss fan, and I love the Truer Than Truth one. That's my favorite, right? But look at how many people every fucking day, dude, all over the world. It's an unmeasurable. Well, obviously they measure it.
I'll give you
but-
that to an aspect, but there's a cruel line with Disney. There's a real cruel
Well,
line.
it's fucking economics, dude. The guy was an entrepreneur and he made a bunch of fucking money.
It's more than
Right.
that. It's about original ideas. He never had an original idea. The Cinderella story, all of those stories are from the Brothers Grimm.
Yeah, but I get that. The wife and I are huge Brother Grimm fans.
Yes.
But the thing is, though, what you have to look at that, how many lives, okay, so you have the Brothers Grimm, right?
Yes.
Didn't even a fraction of a second affect once Disney took it over. I'm saying, though, growing up, the amount of people every day, still fucking today, it's crazy. And that, to me, that's legacy, right? You can talk about presidents and huge entrepreneur people and veterans and world wars and do all that. But when you're talking about pure volume, I would like to hear somebody in my fucking comments of this episode will probably be a dumpster fire because of this, which is cool. I want to hear somebody else give me another example of true legacy.
Now-
Legacy.
I'll let you live with
The
that one 'cause
definition
Walt
of
Disney-
legacy.
Now, I'll let you live with that one because Walt Disney is a great, I'm missing a word, but a great example of that. Now, what I will say, though, is if we're going to look at legacy, we have to look at the deems on the legacy. I'll give you two people. Ted Bundy. We all know what he's down for.
I love it, dude.
Right?
That's why I bring this shit up. Okay.
And Obama.
Yeah, okay. Obama had an amazing,
Now,
or still has.
Let's talk about legacy. Let's talk about the characteristics of both guys. Both very charming people. Everybody loves them. Everybody loves them. Now, what do they choose to do with that love? We have Obama.
Yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, we don't have to go into details.
Exactly.
Everybody knows the details.
Everybody knows the details, but
Okay,
the whole point is...
I can see your impactfulness on that. I can totally see that. But now look at the volume of that.
Are you saying that Ted Bundy is less or is more? Which one are you saying? I want to hear which one you're saying.
Either one.
So I believe Ted Bundy is more of a household name than Obama. I honestly believe that.
We can go with that. But on any given Saturday morning, how many people, legacy talking about, how many people does Walt Disney affect, and how many people does Ted Bundy affect? On any given Saturday morning. This morning, how many people did Walt Disney affect compared to Ted Bundy?
Well, that's this Sunday. The movie's coming out.
but that's what I'm saying, though. It's
you're right.
That's what I'm talking about, legacies. To me, legacy is how many people in a positive way do you affect? That's
Well, you
legacy.
said positive way.
Of course, positive way.
Because then we could go the ways of R. Kelly. He affects a lot of people. I doubt that it's positive.
No, okay, but I agree with that. But now I'm going to make the argument of volume.
He has a huge volume.
No, dude, that is not even a fraction of how many people Walt Disney affects every day.
Okay, well, all right. So when it
Does
comes
that
to
make
Walt
sense,
Disney,
though? Do you see what I'm saying?
I understand. Now, if you're gonna go Walt Disney, then I have to hit you with the George R. R. Martin or whatever the guy that made Star Wars was, because Star Wars, I believe, is even bigger. If you're gonna go cinematic, we're gonna go cinematic.
Well, we're not going cinematic. So Walt Disney, how many people go to the fucking theme park every day?
Yeah,
Thousands, millions of people, probably, right? Okay, Star Wars, J.J. Abrams. You're talking about the original.
Is Star Wars owned by Disney now, though? I would be. We may be talking about the same thing right now.
But the thing is, I can see your point.
Yeah.
So you could take like Star. Oh, it is. It is. Isn't
It is owned by Disney now. I just thought
Star
about
Wars.
that.
But the thing is, though, I can see your point.
Yeah.
But I got to still argue the volume. Take any given fucking day of the week, Tuesday morning, or Tuesday evening.
Yeah, Disney touches people from child, infant, adult to the elderly.
Right. To
That's
where
what they've done.
where Disney touches somebody from basically when they're fucking born. Right?
Yes.
And that's marketing, right? I mean, that's the American way, but it's worldwide, and that's where I get a lot of people. And I love the examples you brought up because it's amazing. Huge fucking impact. Obama getting fucking elected president 2 terms in a row. Holy shit, dude. That's fucking, that's history, right? That's amazing. But volume-wise,
Yeah, it's the longevity of the situation, and that's why he actually won it, because people wanted to continue on with it. Now, one thing I will ask as a question here is, as we build up Disney onto this monopolistic pedestal,
see, I'm not
who's
putting him on
his
a
competitor?
I am not putting him on. I'm not putting it on a pedestal.
Who's going to take him down, though? Because everybody gets taken down.
That is true.
Everybody gets taken down.
But the thing is, though, there's no way to tell. And here's a good example. Here's a good example. You ready?
Give me one.
10 years ago, did you think that you would click on your phone and in 5 minutes you would walk out of your house and get in a perfectly stranger's fucking car that you have no idea who they are and they take you somewhere you want to go?
Nah, I thought it would have been a yellow taxi.
But you see what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
And how about Airbnb? You would never. When did fucking somebody ever think that you would let a complete stranger in your house? Right?
Well,
So, and like Facebook's not going to be around forever. Eventually, something's going to replace it. Do I know what it is? Fuck no, I have no idea. I don't think that way. Eventually, something's going to chip away at Walt Disney. But do I have any? I don't fucking know.
Well, here's one thing I have to say that may grow into your support is that I feel we've reached the era where things no longer need to grow. We have this great thing called merging, where everything just eats everything nowadays.
Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon, AT&T.
Yeah, but how fucking well do you benefit from Amazon?
Oh, we don't benefit.
You don't benefit from Amazon.
No, I'm telling you right now, we don't benefit from Amazon.
Whoa.
In general, we do not benefit from Amazon. Argue with me. I'm telling you right now. I'll tell you why. I got
a perfect fucking situation. This great example how I benefit from Amazon.
How?
So my wife and I were out on a date, and we were going to watch a live play, like very high production play. So we're like in this big theater, right?
All right.
I realized we were on our last roll of fucking toilet paper. Had less than half a roll left. And I went, fuck. I pulled out my phone, ordered a fucking thing of toilet paper. It's here the next day. Guess who didn't fucking run out of toilet paper?
Hold on.
I got to keep doing what I wanted to do. I didn't have to go to fucking the store.
I just want to say, if you see yourself starting to run low on toilet paper, that's a good sign that you need more toilet paper. Amazon didn't help you. Amazon saved you.
Touche.
That's a saving.
But the thing, though, is, use this for an example. You were just talking about making money to bring your family, benefit your family, be greater good, right? To what's important to you.
Yes.
If you busted your ass for 5-6 years, 15, 16 hours a day, and built this fucking huge, fucking crazy big company, and you're just making billions upon billions of dollars,
yes,
who's going to benefit? Your consumer and you. Because now you're the great American way, dude. You're creating a product and a service that somebody benefits and you make money.
Hold on. Did you just say the great American way where they care about the consumer?
Oh, no. I didn't say care about the consumer.
We're about more money.
No, I didn't say care about the consumer.
Yeah, but you said it benefits them.
Yeah, because you provide a service.
But if it benefited them too much, I wouldn't make money. I want to benefit them just enough that they...
All right. I get your point.
It's like the cure for cancer. Why? It's out there, but why give it to them when we could give a medicine that will cure in 8 years?
I fucking totally agree with you on that.
And that's literally what goes on.
I just figured that was common sense. We didn't have to argue that. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, I just want to make sure everybody knows.
But the thing is, though, like, if you have an opportunity to work hard...
Yeah.
And make a fucking ton of money by providing a service that other people use, whether they benefit or makes their life easier, because everybody's about making shit easier, right?
Yeah.
And if you can supply that, aka Amazon, you can't, can you get mad or can you debate other things? But that's such a It's
Now,
it's the elephant in the room, dude.
if you want to look at Amazon, it's based on how they do this. And the only reason they're able to do this is they'll go to like communities. Look like this new one in New York, just like the new one in New York. They'll go to communities of smaller areas and they'll create and build upon them. And basically that area now becomes all Amazon. And it's not Amazon in its form of working, it's Amazon in form of logistics. What they turned Amazon to is the Amazon you see online is your version of Amazon. The real Amazon is a UPS hub. And it's insanely packed with whatever type of innovative technology they can, and as little workers as possible. That's how it goes.
Yeah, no,
so their benefit
is
is not for us in general.
But the thing is, though, I agree. I think that technology, when people say technology takes away jobs, I disagree. It takes away the job. Hear me out.
I'm listening to you.
That conveyor belt, mechanical, whatever, that took away your mom from making $8 an hour doing that, standing on her feet for 12 hours, whatever it may be, right?
Yes.
We'll use that for an example. Now that technology freed her up to be more creative, which we should be, to create more jobs.
I hear you with that. The technology should help you reach further.
Right. You standing on that conveyor belt for 12 hours is keeping you limited.
Yeah.
Technology now frees you up. Now what happens if she goes out and takes care of her family, which would be you and your brothers and sisters, and all of a sudden one day she's like, you know what? What happens if I do this, whatever this might be, and more families can benefit from this and they're going to pay me for it.
Yes.
And now she's making, and we'll even go more simple. Now she's making $15 an hour, but she's doing something that she thought of is more creative and more people are benefiting from.
Now, here's my thing about it. You ever seen one of those reports where you try to fill out a resume and it says 1 year of experience? Now, when we talk about this person, where do they get that experience? Because at the end of the day, what it comes from is that we're not dealing with people with an educational high background. These are a lot of people that decided that they wanted to give up out of high school. And given that, that's not our fault, there is still a lot of them into this world.
Yep, I agree.
Now, we take away that, or we try to enhance it with, learn. These are people that didn't want to learn to begin with.
Yeah.
No, at the end of the day, we still got to see these people. You have two choices now. You give them a remedial job that allows them to feed their family and still get things done, unfortunately, or you wake up to a homeless person.
That's a very good point. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it as well. Right. So they might not want to be innovative and move on and do their thing, right? But that, too, another, I believe as well, that there's always going to be jobs like that need to be handled by somebody that can think on their feet and deal with it,
Yeah.
But I think the population of those people that do those jobs is going to be much greater than what those jobs are available. So now you have a population of poverty, homeless, whatever it may be, right?
And you got to give them something to do.
Everybody's situation's different, and it's tough because, holy Christ, dude! I mean, you're talking about masses, and everybody's completely different, and everybody's situation is different. Like you said, say a lady coming out of or a man coming out of high school struggling because of their home life completely blows up. The dad leaves, the mom leaves, the dad dies, the mom dies, whatever it may be. Now they have to leave school to take care of their family, hence greater good, right?
Exactly.
So at that point in time, that's what they needed to fucking handle, right? So now, where are they left? They need a job that's a minimum job that takes minimum education or innovation, right? So, holy shit, dude. Good point.
Yeah, the whole thing is that everybody needs something to do. And in this world, that's one thing that was
Let's
always...
go back to what I was saying, though. I think that a human being is built to have structure in their life.
But that's survival. It's not structure. It's a survival instinct.
That's
We've gotten
okay.
so calm that that's the fact. We haven't wanted to survive. It's gotten to the point, like, you see how I'm thinking? I'm thinking about the next person, and the point that because he doesn't want to survive, it's now my job to help him survive. And that's kind of an insanity because there's no other real theory. Like, animals may do this in a while. Like, let's say you have you ever seen the way that wolves walk? They'll have the oldest in the front,
of course,
and they're the strongest in the back to lead the pack. Let's say that the oldest doesn't want to be in the front. Let's say that guy, for some reason, decides he wants to stem a little bit towards the back.
Then the next guy's got to fake it till he makes it.
Or what it is.
Okay, sorry to interrupt.
Or that old wolf is going to get left. The leader is going to look at him at the back, maybe snarl at him one time to get to the front. But if he doesn't get to the front,
fuck you on your own, dude.
He's going to get left.
Yeah.
Now that has become.
We don't have that mentality anymore.
We don't have it, and that's kind of an issue to a standpoint, though.
Well, but if you look at the way humans have gone through history, we're going to get to a point like, why is there no other civilizations around? Because they're self-destructive. Take your wolf scenario.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
the Egyptians, the fucking Mayans, whatever it may be. They just destroy each other. Or they destroy themselves.
They did it. All right, let's go through a quick history lesson. So the Mayans, the Egyptians, they were all destroyed by rivaling nations. When it came to the Mayans, the Spaniards came over and killed the Mayans.
Okay,
when it came to
right.
the Egyptians, they were part of Africa, and basically Africa was feuding so much with itself that it just got overtaken. But what basically happens is a stronger power overcomes because they feel like they know more than that one. And on a baseline, that's why everybody's chasing the ancestry right now. Because from a baseline, we all want to know what happened so far along the past because we cared so little with it in the process of becoming our future.
So what are you thinking? That we're tracking down the past to help benefit the future?
Exactly.
To say, hey, this is what happened. Let's try to avoid that. As the
cliche
goes, fucking history repeats itself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and think about that. If history repeats itself, what's the definition of insanity?
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly.
Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result.
Right. Like me doing laundry.
Yeah.
That's fucking, dude, that is so cool. I mean, God, I love talking about shit like that, and that's just part of the reason I do this.
Definitely, man.
Like some of the shit that we've talked about already tonight, I had no idea about, and and we have good conversation. And I knew that you were from Jamaica, and I knew you here, but I just wanted to touch on like were you born there and stuff. But you brought to light an inside look, somebody that knows what's going on.
Yeah, man.
Right. And seeing that, so it's fucking cool, dude.
I ask any questions, man. That's how it goes.
Yeah, and then so were you born in Jersey?
I was born in Jersey.
Oh, okay.
I was born in Livingston, New Jersey. St. Barnabas.
Holy shit!
I cannot deny
down the road.
I can't deny it.
What brought your? So your mom is Jamaican.
Yes.
Your dad was born
in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, but his mother's Jamaican. My grandmother's Jamaican.
Okay. So what brought your mom here?
So like I said, in Jamaica, the whole point of how you make it in Jamaica is you get out of Jamaica.
Yeah, okay.
So my
She's
mom's
like, I gotta get the fuck out.
Yeah, my grandma got out of Jamaica. Second, she got out of Jamaica. How do you get out of Jamaica? Get the rest of your family out of Jamaica. So she got her daughter out of Jamaica, got her daughter. So my grandma was a starting trendsetter. She was one of the first ones here. Then she got out her 2 daughters, and she got, I think, at least 3 more brothers or so. And that's what started my family's immigration into the U.S.
Ah, that's cool though. Yeah. I guess that's. Would Jamaica be considered a third world country?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Okay.
Fortunately for us, we've been able to hold a lot of things in. A lot of things that are going in, you will not even hear about until you touch down into Jamaica. You may not even see it.
What do you mean? What's going on or growing? What'd you say?
Mass population. So we have a mass population because a lot of areas being built up just for tourism. So a lot of people are being pushed back to either where they came from or being forced to create new land. And like I said, in Jamaica, nobody wants to do nothing new. Yeah. So if they see land and it's from you, hey, that's my land now too. And that's what happens.
Wild West, huh?
Yeah.
Huh.
And it gets pretty crazy. But the thing about Jamaica that I always love is that nobody will go hungry in Jamaica. It's almost literally impossible to go hungry in Jamaica. There is so much food in Jamaica.
So is that like agriculture? Is that obviously a big business?
It should be. You would think it is based on the exports that Jamaica does. But the exports that come through Jamaica are from either companies, either your own Chinese or U.S. or European-owned companies that work in Jamaica. And instead of Jamaica reaping any of those benefits,
it's all tax shit, right?
Exactly. And they're all shipping it out. And Jamaica doesn't have its own company that ships its own for any type of money.
It's a fucking port.
Yeah. And that's what it started off as. All the islands, if you think back to
all the islands ended up, that's
they were all ports and sex trades, and that's all that people would do there.
Yeah.
And that's why when it comes to third world countries, they're always the first ones to be looked upon. Now, if we're talking about islands, one island that I always love is if we think about third world countries, you always think about the islands. You know, you think about Haiti, you think about maybe Bahamas, or you think about these islands. There's this island, Saint Martin. It's a French-speaking country. And when it comes to French-speaking countries, they really take care of their people to a tone.
Okay.
Now, at St. Martin, a regular burger in America is about like what, $5. Your U.S. money in St. Martin for $5 will get you maybe 3 fries. That
No
burger's costing you
shit.
$20 without fries.
Now, is that because of logistics and how much it cost, what the expenses to like get shit there and stuff like that?
Now, when it comes to France, they make sure that you know their value. Now,
okay.
That is one thing when it comes to. So the U.S. will take, and you'll have to find the U.S. value in the U.S. You will find the U.S. value elsewhere. You only find the real U.S. value in the U.S. The French know when they put their feet down, you're gonna know that they were there. It's gonna cost more because they were there.
No shit.
And that's literally what happens.
Do you guys in Jamaica? Do they drive on the opposite side of the road?
Opposite sides, yeah.
Okay.
It's the same thing. Opposite sides in the roads. If you ever want an exhilarating trip, go down a road in Jamaica at night.
Oh, I can see. We went to England. Part of our honeymoon, we were in England, and a lady that we know a lot of people in England. She let me drive her car.
Yeah?
Holy fuck, dude! I was good until a roundabout. Holy shit, dude! That just threw me the fuck off, dude. I was like, "This is not good."
You did better than me, man.
So what's about going down the road in Jamaica in the dark?
Oh,
Just
because
it's so fucking dark.
you don't see the sides of the road, and every road's on a hill.
Oh,
and there are no bearings.
Oh, and you're on the fucking left side or the right side, right? Holy
and there are no bearings. So
there's no like guard or
no guardrails, nothing
guardrails
to hold you. Literally, is your tire versus that rubble.
Fuck that. Dude. And you're going like hell too.
Oh
probably.
yeah, because everybody else, if not, they're honking you too. That's another thing in Jamaica. We like to drive fast. Like to drive fast. If you want street lights, you're in the wrong place.
They're just a suggestion. A street light's a suggestion.
Yeah. If nobody's crossing, go. You know.
Yeah.
But you know that's how it goes over there, man. Speaking on that, I got to spend more time over there. You got me a little bit nostalgic.
I got to go with you, dude.
Let's go.
With you.
Jamaica
fun,
trip. Woo!
What's the biggest export out of there that comes from Jamaica?
I would say sugarcane.
Sugarcane?
I would say sugarcane.
Okay, cool.
Because everybody uses sugar, and the amount of sugarcane that's produced in Jamaica is pretty insane.
That's a hell of a fucking process making sugarcane now.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Now, what we like to do in Jamaica is they'll just eat the sugarcane.
Yeah.
We just chew it.
We go to Costa Rica every year, and we visit a sugarcane farm, and they have like the device there where you jam the sugar cane in and it crushes it and makes all the juice.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
Yeah, that's fucking. Then you just drink it. You know, it's fucking amazing. But and then you pull the pulp out and chew on it and all that. That's fucking good.
Yeah, so we used to have it like it was like I know that what cows used to chew, what they call it,
cud.
chew your cud. It is. It's like the same thing when you would chew onto the sugar cane.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
It's delicious. And then sometimes I believe in Jamaica they even use it to clean their teeth.
Oh,
like man, very resourceful when we need to be. Very resourceful.
And there's big marijuana. Is pot. Is that like a commodity or is that just like just everybody grows their own shit?
Now I love Jamaica. When it comes to the marijuana game field, though, we kind of got outdated over there.
Oh,
now,
no
given
shit.
to the fact that nobody wants to fully invest in anything, it's a great place for smoking the marijuana. As far as buying, you could go to Cali, you could go to Colorado.
Oh, sure. It's going to be legal fucking everywhere.
No, I mean, and as far as potency.
Oh.
Now, Jamaica, you'll get legality. They won't pull you over because everybody's doing it.
Right.
But if you're looking for the best smoke, it is no longer in Jamaica. It is elsewhere.
I could see that because people got it more as people got passion for it, so they started breeding different plants and doing different shit. So it just makes it like now you go to a head shop and it's like going to a jewelry store.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, how's it going today? So what is it that you're looking for? Oh, I'm looking to get fucked up. Okay, you can have this. Oh, my back hurts. I just want to relax. I want to do this. I want to do this. And they have different shit for it. Right?
Exactly.
To where in Jamaica, they're just like, here's a fucking joint, dude. Smoke it.
Well, also,
shut the fuck up.
You gotta love this one too. So in Jamaica too, they don't like to change their old ways. So they have the thing called Rastafari in Jamaica. In Jamaica, if you get dreads, them the dreads you have your whole life. Yo, I never forget that. I was watching this movie. I think it was Snoop Dogg when he changed his name to Snoop Lion. He did like this documentary. And there was this one guy from the Rastafari village in Trenchtown. And he had what was supposed to have been maybe like 12 dreads all wrapped into one dread. And it looked like one giant dread. And he'd been growing it for years. So it's all the way down to the ground. Now, the funniest thing about this is him have a bird in there. So there's a bird in his hair.
In his hair?
In his hair,
shit.
just living. So when we talk about like the whole change, they don't want to change. Jah give and Jah live, you know.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's more of a culture style thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's culture there.
Yeah.
They don't want to give it up, right?
Trust me, they'll still go to America and try whatever America got, but when it comes to Jamaica, they don't have those offerings.
It's what it is, huh?
Exactly.
So do you think people like go to Jamaica purposely to look for weed?
Hell yes.
And because I smoke weed in Jamaica. It's like,
bro. All right, so I look Jamaican. Tell me why the first time I get off the plane, I go to a little beef patty shop, and now 3 or 4 of my people, want to try this.
Yeah.
I was like, and it's kind of comical, but at the end of the day, like I said, when it comes to Jamaica, everybody out there is trying to make whatever money they can, doing whatever they can, but nobody wants to do it the right way.
It's all hustle, right? It's fucking just hustling.
But it's how much of a hustler are you when the person right next to you selling the same thing, the person across the street selling the same thing. That's not hustle, man. That's friendship. Like, hey, buddy. Yeah. Hey, what you got? I got some cookies too.
Yeah. No shit, huh?
Don't get my cookies, get my cookies. What?
So you mentioned earlier too that you played football.
Yeah, man.
You like it?
Yeah, I love football. One thing that I am a very introverted person, and the one thing that I didn't like about football is the fact that it's a team sport to the point where one person can lose the whole game for you. All right, so example. We had this one time because we were in Camden, South Carolina. I played for Camden, South Carolina, and there's, football is very big down south. We had this one time we got to play against our rivals for the state, and they're number one. And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of shit-faced terrified. These guys were gigantic, but we're all in our gear, and we're like, we're gonna fight through this.
Right.
Our quarterback and our center decide that during the warm-ups, doing jumping jacks, they got injured. So now we're playing a whole game, backup quarterback, backup center.
That is not a good combination.
51-6. Most miserable game of my life.
And that game probably felt like it was 6 hours long.
I had 33 shackles.
No shit.
Yeah. I would never forget that.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Everybody on the defense was doing whatever we could.
Yeah.
But it's like nothing else could come alive because you took away the tools for it.
Yeah.
If you don't have a center, then how is he going to get the ball? If you don't have a quarterback, who's he going to give the ball to? And then once that happens, the team is done. It doesn't even make a difference. You could look to the left, look to the right. You're not winning this game.
Yeah. Just fucking ass beating.
Exactly. And then you have to sit there and everybody has to swallow it when we know who caused it. And things like that. So when we talk about sports, if you're going to ever come to me with sports, my favorite sport is wrestling.
Oh, you're on your own. I always think of that too as tennis. You're on your own, dude.
Yeah, but send this to me in the hamstrings. I ain't switching directions, so I'll let you know right now. I dig into the ground and I stay there.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's what I always say too. I'm like a fucking freight train, dude. It takes me forever to get going, and it takes me forever to fucking stop. So me being all agility, nah, dude, that ain't fucking happening.
Oh yes, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
No shit. So what's on the plate for you next?
On the plate for me next, man, is going to be starting this business, really full launching and, finally living by what we talk about and being true to you.
Yeah. Keeping it fucking real, dude, right?
Keeping it real. And if you're going to keep it real, you got to keep it real to you, too. If you ever feel like you're slacking off, if you're not the one to slap you up, you have to have somebody right there to slap you up. And I'm telling you, that's the only way you're going to make it.
Yep.
That's why I got this big fella right here to slap you up anytime I feel like I'm falling off.
I'll keep you fucking honest, dude. Shit ain't going to lift itself.
Exactly, bro. That is the truest statement I've ever heard, man.
Oh, man. That's
yes.
Well, I appreciate you coming over, man.
Definitely will.
Have a good time, dude.
Anytime, man. I would love to be on the show again.
Yeah. We'll hook it up because I want to hit you up about. I want to have you come back on and just talk, just fucking straight up, like fitness and working out and how you got into that and doing all that, because we could talk hours on that. So we're both into that. So
Yeah, be prepared, guys.
yeah. No, I mean, people like to hear that shit, But
Yes.
I just want to have you, take the
They're
opportunity.
going to need their notebooks.
Yeah,
we're going to
exactly.
change lives. We're going to lead you to what we're going to call this, the prophecy of gains or the guidelines.
The prophecy of gains. That's what we're fucking going to call it.
The prophecy of gains. Because it can be yours if you reach for it. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, buddy. I appreciate you, man. We'll talk at you.
Man. Yes.
Thanks for listening. And as you can see, Dave's just a lot of fun to talk to and be around. Check out his Instagram. Link in the show notes. As always, looking for people to come on. You got a story to tell or just want to come on and bullshit? That's awesome. Let me know. And contrary to what you think, you have something great to say. Everybody is extraordinary, and I appreciate all the support lately. Much love.